Saturn's transit effect in the year 2022 for the rising sign as well as for the moon sign. Choice is yours. Saturn represents karma. Saturn represents hard work. Saturn represents profession. Saturn represents our career, status, our status in society. Saturn represents our prestige, honor, income resources, financial opportunities. Saturn represents property, any kind of property. Saturn represents our financial backing. Saturn means money. Saturn represents wealth, assets. Saturn also represents directly, indirectly lifespan. Health issues which are most complex and difficult to deal with. Life-threatening health issues. Saturn also represents death. Saturn also represents crisis, trauma, grief, hard work's reward. Saturn represents service sector. The whole service sector where we provide the services. Saturn represents profession, career, merchandising. And Saturn's impact and effect are very important. But if you are very much concerned about your future, about your job, about your business, about your career, about your profession, about your employment the coming year, about your status, prestige, financial backing, your professional projects, your professional ventures, then Saturn transit effect are quite important. You have to learn about those. What are these according to your moon sign? What are Saturn's transit effect according to your Lagna sign? Both. First thing first, your dynamics of Scorpio, in which I am going to define the 4 important transit for the year 2022. First transit is Saturn transit. Saturn transit is quite important. Saturn represents your karma. Saturn represents your work, your career, your job, your profession, your status in the world, your prestige, your honor, your income resources, anything to do with property, wealth, assets, lifespan, health issues, crisis like a death, trauma or grief, reward of your hard work. If you're in a service sector, if you're in a professional sector, if you are in a self-employed person, if you're doing a job for a company or individual person, or if you're a merchant or businessman, Saturn will define the environment of all these elements. So transit of Saturn for Scorpio in 2022 in 4th house, starting from 29th of April 2022, it will remain in 4th house till 12th of July 2022. Saturn position in 4th house we represent is a Dhaya, and this Dhaya in Saturn position in the 4th house is Dhaya. There are 3 types of Dhaya: Saturn position in 4th house, Saturn position in 8th house, Saturn position in 10th house. Every time the Dhaya has come along, the Saturn try to develop that house, and sometime with development you have to you will experience a lot of changes. And sometime we will embrace those changes, sometimes we oppose those changes. So Paya of Saturn for this coming year, for this during this phase of time between April 2022 till 12th of July 2022, the Paya of Saturn will be silver. So Scorpio, you will come across lot of income resources opportunity. There will be gain of property. There will be gain of personal comfort. You will face a few financial issues, fruitless conflicts, and may I say fruitless conflict due to ego, fruitless argument due to ego. You will face a lot of domestic complication, professional obstacles, hassles. You will be quite annoyed sometime, and sometimes very sad and disappointed. Sometimes you are very upset and cut off. You got to put a lot of effort on your conduct, behavior, communication and dealing. You'll have to work on your communication with people around you. Please refrain from being sad, grumpy and bitter. That won't do anything for you. Please look after your mother's health and well-being. You face a lot of hassles linked with property and car. Saturn position 4th house, bring in sometime uneasy time for yourself mentally as well as family-wise. Apart from other aspect of your life, your finances will require Careful handling during this phase of transit. Avoid wasting money. You may develop a lack of enthusiasm when it comes to your work or profession. You may even start disliking your job and may face punishment from your boss or higher authorities. You have to be careful. Some of you are likely to be transferred to another place of your work during this time period. Be careful. Socially, this may not be a very good time for you. Sometimes you feel a bit lonely or sometimes sad. Make effort to maintain communication with your own social circle. Sometimes it's not very easy, but you have to try. Avoid any activity that might cause you humiliation. Health matters require your focus attention. Some of you like to develop some sort of nectar mentality, stomach discomfort, fluctuation. You may also experience anguish, fear, mental confusion, anxiety during this phase of time. Some of you may have bad thoughts or feel that urge to do sinful deeds which you shouldn't do. Avoid getting into any kind of argument with your enemies. You may be separated from your own friends and supporters. At home, take care of your health, family health. There may be some sort of susceptible to a lot of health issues. There may be some sort of a avoid getting involved in any kind of unpleasant situation with your family or nearest one. This particular period may see you creating enemies within your immediate family or relatives. Beware of hidden enemies during this phase of time. On the other hand, some of you will expect childbirth in the family. Saturn position in 4th house. This is extremely important transit of Saturn at this time. You'll focus on your innermost personal life, domestic life. For this is the area that require work now. Any problem in your domestic life will become more critical at this time, and in anything you have been putting up with but no really handling will have to be dealt with. Consequently, the effect of this transit range from a single reorganization of your domestic environment to the total reshuffling of the personal relationship and contact that affect your domestic life. Your home life itself may become a tremendous burden, sometimes because of the payment, repair, or such responsibility. Sometimes you'll take all the responsibility on yourself. Elements that used to be important in your life often come back with prominence now, and especially if they were never resolved in the past, this is the time you could deal with it. Therefore, this is especially a good time to get in touch with your innermost self through psychotherapy or other conscious raising, conscious expanding technique. During this time period, you have to take on parental responsibility for someone, not necessarily your own family. May seek out someone else who play a parental role for you. If you do find a parent, however, make sure the situation will ultimately lead to independence on your part. Be certain that this is a growth relationship for you, not the beginning of a long-term dependency, no, which would prove detrimental in the years to come. At this time, this period is of a several years preparation is coming to an end. You're ready to emerge from comparative situation, at least in terms of outward success. Begin to move upward and forward to achieve your vision. But you must start the whole thing modestly. The 4th house is a foundation of your horoscope. So you must pay attention to securing the foundation of yourself. This is what lies behind your outward concern with your own home comfort. It's really the inner house that you are attending, which is to reason that this is such a good time to involve in psychotherapy. Inner problem that you do not clear up now will have the source of most of the problem along with your personal road during this next 30 years or next 14 years. The 4th house is opposite to 10th house, career and social status. Any negative factor at work here will oppose you successful achievement later. So you got to sort out your personal life, sort out your personal communication, sort out your communication with people around you. That will give you peace of mind and understanding. Refrain from any kind of bitterness, refrain from any kind of egoistic approach, and try not to cut off with anybody. That's the best way. Try to talk to everybody. This is a time of a new beginning. So get off to a very good start. Transit of Saturn in 3rd house, starting from 12th of July 2022, carry on till 17th of January 2023. Saturn going back from 4th to 3rd house, and from it will carry on from 12th of July 2022, it will carry on till 17th January 2023. In 3rd house, from 4th house to 3rd house, pi of Saturn will be silver. So Scorpio, you will become more courageous. You'll come across new doors are opening for you, new opportunities will be there. New opportunity means new resources, new contact, new people around you. You'll involve in a deal of asset. Your hard work and efforts will bring dignified result, a reward for you, a success for you. More creativity will lead you, more achievement. Your luck will be rising through business, traveling, visiting far off places. You will be blessed with new member in the family. Wealth, personal comforts. You'll also have a lot of tension linked with family and relationship. You will own the property and you enjoy comfort of assets. With your own knowledge, ability, skill set, you will be able to create a name, fame for yourself. You'll get the extra dimension for yourself to get the support and encouragement you need. You receive some new important news. Lot of old stale project back on track. More you become dynamic in your action, vision, imagination, more you'll be recognized and appreciated. Saturn journey through 3rd house is auspicious, opening the new doors for you, and especially relating to work and with networking. You're likely to make a lot of money more than one way. Success comes from new undertaking or new enterprise. This is a particularly good time for the profit, for activity relating to manufacturing or farming. You may also consider buying a land or fixed property during this phase of time. If you're unemployed, you may hear opportunity knocking at your door and get some lucrative job offer. Those employed will get a promotion, rise in authority, or pay rise. Attention is given to your intelligence, ability, effort. You're likely to climb up the social ladder. There's a good chance of getting assistance with your work. You'll succeed in any kind of discussion and able to put your point across much more easily than before. You feel a spring in your footstep, daunting good health, vitality. Any previous health issue will vanish, bringing you comfort, happiness. Home life will be nourishing, full of happiness happening, and your spouse will be doting and more loving than ever. Your siblings, family will treat you well and very, very helpful. Your enemies will be defeated. Good luck and good fortune will bless you during this time period. And some of you travel will be there. Around the world, you can travel quite a lot. Saturn position in 3rd house. This is Saturn transit of this house. Complete the phase of inward preparation and self-encounter that began several years ago. Saturn transit in this house. The main issue of you will confront at this time is the actual structuring of your mind, how it operates on day-to-day level. In other words, your everyday mental pattern, attitude, habit, style of speaking, way of listening, action, reaction. Normally, you take these issues for granted and don't think about them very much, but they are very important in structuring your world around you. 3rd house is the house of immediate environment as well as of everyday aspect of your mind. Your immediate environment is part of your world that is most affected your unconscious mental pattern, attitude and habit. Of course, that is strongly influenced by your way of communicating with others. Therefore, you need to understand these areas completely so you can gain greater control of your life. As you encounter this aspect of yourself, you may find it necessary to make it extensive changes. If you change this one, you see the change, world change around you. But if you do not realize this, the change will occur automatically, eventually. In either case, these changes occur, you may experience difficulty with people who are so used to your old way that you cannot handle the new one. But you may have trouble with people in your immediate environment, especially relatives and close neighbors. These changes may also cause you to become discouraged and be unstable, unable to communicate as ready you used to. That is understandable, but it is not a very good way to handle the situation. It only makes things worse if you're not careful. When you learn that what is happening in your mind, it may be quite difficult to accept yourself, that lead to depression, withdrawal and general sense of discouragement. You must learn to see what is happening and dispassionately without making value judgment. You should be concerned that with what is not what you think should be. This is especially true now because you should be restructuring your notions. What should be to you reflect your potential talent, your potential more accurately. Saturn energy can make you live according to the ideas that have no relevance to you or you anyone else. But if you start by making value judgment, when you live for such Sagittarian abstraction, you live for no one, for nothing. Saturn complete this transit, your attention will move from concern with inner truth. Once again, you'll begin to deal with how your inner world relate to the outside world. If you're a person who defines success in purely external terms, you may feel that this is a period of frustration is ending and it hasn't been failure, but rather learning and upgrading yourself. Please do press the bell for like and kindly share this video with your colleagues, with your family, with your friends, with everybody you know. And become our subscriber, then we can share a lot of information with you. We can inform you about our live show consultation streaming, which comes every Wednesday UK time 12 till 2, every Friday 12 till 2 UK timing, every Sunday live streaming shows. We are always presenting you live show and giving you the, you can participate the live show consultation streaming. You can participate in those shows every Sunday UK time 12 till 2 and then 3 p.m. till 5 p.m. UK timing. We'll also share with you weekly horoscope, monthly horoscope, yearly horoscope, that sort of content, and always the content is there for you. But for Saturn transit effect, if you really need tasks to counter the effect of Saturn transit, if there's a negative effect, precaution which will provide you protection, chanting which will spiritually help you out, for overcoming any kind of complication, hassles created by Saturn for you, then kindly visit my website prakashastrologer.com. Acquire the yearly horoscope report according to your moon sign or according to your ascendant sign, according to your rising sign or lagna. Then you can implement all the strategies regarding your tasks, precautions, chanting for your betterment. Wishing you all the very best of luck.